What is up, my fellow nomads? So I booked a business class lay flat flight through Iberia from Madrid to New York, and it was my first ever business class lay flat flight, long haul flight. And initially when I started researching, I saw these terrible views about how it's the worst experience ever, stuff like that. And when you're spending thousands of dollars on a flight, you don't want it to be the worst experience ever. You want it to be an amazing experience. So I was a little bit nervous going into it, but I'm a digital nomad. I've traveled to 38 countries. I've been on hundreds and hundreds of flights all around the world. So that's going to be kind of my perspective going into it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to showcase the experience. I'm going to give my review, and then I'm going to showcase how I actually booked this $5,800 flight for only $140 cash. And with that being said, let's just jump into it. So it's now the morning of my flight back to New York, and right now I'm choosing my seats. So as you can see, like, this is the business class, and again, this was 34,000 points and like $140 for a $5,800 flight. So that's pretty sick. And I'm just trying to figure out like which seat I should pick here. I feel like I should take this seat, but I feel like there's a reason people have to take it, you know? But then this one's like a window seat. So I don't know, just trying to figure out like which actual seat I'm gonna take right now. So just waiting for the Uber now to pick me up on the way to the airport. I'm gonna go check out the Iberian Lounge, which should be nice. Of course I have my priority pass for my Chase Sapphire card, but when I fly business class, or when you fly business class, you also get lounge access. So I'm gonna go check out their lounge also. So should be pretty cool. Should be a pretty cool experience. This is my first ever long haul business class experience where I can actually lay down, because the seats allow you to lay down. So I'm excited. So I think first I have to go through security and passport control, and then I have to catch a train to go over to Terminal 4S. But the lady, she wasn't super helpful. I don't like it that I have to ask all these questions. I was like, where do I have to go? You know, like, how do I get to the lounge and everything? And I know there's like some type of priority boarding or priority like check-in thing, but sometimes you have really helpful staff at the gate, and I understand. I think right now they're overworked, but I don't like having to continue to ask all the questions about where things are necessarily. Especially, you know, if I did pay cash for something like this, then them not, like, you'd want to be able to get all the benefits out of it. And luckily I know that there are all these benefits, but somebody might not know and then wouldn't know where to go, and then miss out on like the added benefits that are part of the ticket. Accidentally walked past the lounge, but it's in the like shopping area. So one thing you notice as soon as you walk in is this is a huge lounge, and I love the color scheme, but it's so big that you can sit wherever you want and not even be close to another person. You can see it's right on the tarmac, so you can see planes going off right from here. It's got, you know, a lot of places for outlets and stuff like that. So definitely first impression is really, really good for this lounge. So far, as you can see, this is the biggest lounge that I have ever been in. This thing is huge. I'm on like a whole other section here. Oh, there's a freaking restaurant. There's like an entire whole dining facility. Like literally this thing takes up, there's this section, and then there's this whole long section that you walk down. And even at the end of this section, there's drinks. You can chill out here all by yourself. Just look at the planes. This is really, really a sick lounge. Okay, so as you can see, they have literal showers in there. They had a napping area in there. To the left over here, they had a gaming area. So if you had kids coming with you, which, I mean, if you have kids with you, I don't even know. But they had, like, as you can see here, right here, they have a PS4 set up. Like, I mean, this is some of the nicest amenities that I've ever seen at a lounge. Pretty gnarly. And, you know, just being able to drop your bag, sit down, be able to watch the planes go off, and, you know, just enjoy some high quality Spanish food is, you know, is really nice. And you know, and then going over here to the food, I mean, like, you get the Spanish wine, you get all these Spanish style foods. Like, look at that chickpea salad. Like, you got a whole salad section of different types of salads. I mean, that's a Greek salad, and I definitely had that. All these fruits, dates, pears, olives, and then over here you've got a whole lot of like mains, whitefish, rice, bread, some tortas. Actually, I don't know exactly what those are, but I know torta is the Spanish word for cake. And then water, juices, and yeah, I had all of it, and I love me some Spanish olives. So one of the other benefits, even though I came 20 minutes late, is that group one, like there's an entire line of people going to all the other groups, but I'm just walking straight down. I'm the only person here. So there's like a separate boarding section, I guess. I don't have to wait to board at all, which is pretty nice because I'm probably gonna stand there for like 30 minutes. I mean, of course, I've done that many times. And this is it. I have to put a mask on. Just for some context there, this was filmed in October. I don't know if they still require masks, but as you can see, this is the seat. I mean, it's not like an overwhelmingly nice seat, but it's a nice little seat, okay? It's got, you know, they got a good color scheme. You got like a little footrest there. I had space to put my bag to the side. They give you this little amenities bag, which I, you know, clearly just dug into right away. It's some type of spray. I don't even remember what it was. This is like cream for the eyes. They had earplugs, and as you can see, like, there's a person back to my back right, but nobody directly next to me. And there's just kind of cheap headphones, to be honest, but, you know, still, it's free headphones, I guess. And, you know, just gotta rep Project Iceman. So yeah, these are the earbuds. And if you didn't see my last video, I went to the Project Iceman premiere in Paris with the Yes Theory fam. This is some toothpaste. These are some like kind of compression socks, and I don't know what this is called, but the eye cover thing, I actually kept that. But these socks, I guess, I did see other people wearing them, so I'm guessing, you know, they're good. And then actually that comb, I still use that comb. Toothbrush, toothpaste, all the amenities you might need on a flight. And then clearly I had to do slammer time. Shout out to @Eli the Travel Guy. If you follow him, you'll see a lot of videos like this, but clearly I messed it up because I hit my camera too hard and my phone fell over. But just had to chug the champagne like a degenerate. So here's the menu. It was really good, to be honest. Like the wine, of course, Spanish wine was amazing. And overall, the menu was very large. And I got some... Nothing special, really. It's just exciting white sauce. But it's not that special. It smells like pine. Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt myself there, but basically, I eventually got a gin and tonic with some Bombay Sapphire, which is, you know, not top shelf, but I guess mid-shelf liquor. And there's this remote for the TV in front of you where you click out, and I'm struggling to even function with. But yeah, there I think I ended up watching movies. They give you this little towel to wash your hands. Starting off, first meal was just some Spanish olives and gin and tonic, which was very good. And you had this armrest that also raised. Second meal was this type of beef, and then here I'm enjoying some good Spanish wine with some lamb and some type of potato. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was delicious. Like, and then here I got some little cheesecake with some berries and then a fruit plate. So it was really like I don't know if I counted wrong right now, but I think it was like a 5-course meal or 4-course meal. Just coming into New York as the sun was setting, leaving beautiful sunny Madrid to get back to, I guess it was sunny when I got there too, but New York in October is New York, typically very cold. Went to go entry in like maybe 5 minutes, probably 5-10 minutes, but I can't really film it because it's technically illegal to film that type of stuff. But what I thought was interesting was this was my first time using Global Entry. It just takes a picture of your face and then it knew who I was. It literally, I thought I was gonna have to like give them all my documents, all that stuff, but no, it just took a picture of my face. It just said my name, my flight, and whatever, and then I went through, and that was it. The weather's pretty nice right now. I think it's like 60s, and yeah, I don't even have to put a jacket on. So now I'm just gonna wait for my parents to come pick me up so that we can head out. Okay, so overall, the experience was honestly amazing. Like, it was my best flight experience ever. The lounge was the best lounge that I'd ever been in. It had a great selection of food. It was big. You got to watch the planes take off right from there. You had an actual separate entrance to the plane. So there was like 2 entrances to the plane. Usually there's 1, so that was also very nice. Food on the plane was amazing. Anytime I needed anything like wine or whatever, or snacks or water, I was able to get that. And then the lay flat was super comfortable. The amenities were pretty nice. So the only thing that I really kept or used was that eye cover thing. Let me know in the comments like what that's called, but I actually still have it with me, like the thing you put over your eyes when you sleep. The only thing I would say is that the reason why the inside wasn't booked but the outsides were booked is because on the outside you had a little bit more privacy. So there was like a little window you can put up. So if you're on the outside of the plane, it's actually a little bit more private. So it feels like almost you have your own little room. So the next time I book that, I'll have the outside of the plane there, depending on the setup. But I can definitely see why long haul flights are so uncomfortable for economy. There's something you kind of dread, but when you do a business class flight like that, it's so much more enjoyable. You actually look forward to the experience. So I can understand why if you have the money to pay cash for that, you know, you're just loaded, then do that. But of course for me, I only spent 34,000 points and $140. So basically what I did is I have a bunch of cards. I can do a separate video just about the cards and how I actually generated the points if y'all want. Shout out to @Eli the Travel Guy on Instagram. He told me, kind of gave me the idea to do stuff like this. So I took the points from American Express, I transferred them to British Airways, and then I actually booked an Iberia Business Class flight. So I searched around all the sites, I searched around all of the partner airlines that I could transfer those flights into. And then I found a long haul flight from Europe. It happened to be from Madrid. That was the best deal because 34,000 points is not a lot, right? Like a lot of card bonuses have 70,000 points, you know, 2 business class flights. That flight cash was $5,800 and I booked it for $140 cash. So that was killer. And so I'll definitely be trying to book more of those in the future, but it's all about, you know, finding the right deals and booking ahead of time and stuff like that. So that was my experience. The lounge was amazing. The flight was, of course, the most comfortable that I've ever been on a flight. I don't have a lot of reference to other business classes, but I do know that the seat wasn't like the nicest seat ever, but immediately like a waiter, almost like a really high-end waiter guy, flight attendant came to me, explained to me all the wines, explained to the menu. The lamb was amazing, and I love lamb, and I've had like lamb in Patagonia, Argentina, you know, some of the best lamb in the world, and that lamb was actually very good. So definitely a great experience overall. If you have any comments or questions about it, let me know. And if you want me to make an entire other video about just how I generated these points and how I generated almost 1 million points in 2022, feel free to drop that in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.